it said that if a person has, we say that Ner Shabbos takes precedence over Ner Chanukah. Because Shalom Bayis, to have light in your house. He says, what happens if you have 3 candles and you're at the second night? Shabbos is the second night. So the question is, use 1 candle for Shabbos and 2 candles for Chanukah, or vice versa. Use 2 candles, which is the minhag. We light minimally 2 candles for Zohar and Shomer, and 1 candle for Chanukah, and you'll be Yotzei. See, it said that it's better to use the 2 candles for Chanukah for the second night, because over there they legislated Mahadrin, Mina Mahadrin, to identify the night. And for Ner Shabbos, it's enough to have 1 candle. That's what he had said. Okay? Nei Sholem Bayus. He says, why does Ner Shabbos take precedence over Ner Chanukah? Because Sholem Bayus, Yeshomrim, Zman Hazeh, Shemadlikim Bifnim Yikne LeNer Chanukah, Sherei Lo Yeshi B'Choshech. He says, at one time when you were light outside, so you had no relevance to the light outside at your doorway. So in your house would be dark. What about today that we light inside? So even though we'll say you're not permitted to benefit from the light, but factually you're not eating in the dark, that's not called you benefiting from the light. You're in a situation, there's light in the room. Because if you take a look in the Gemara, when it says you're not permitted to benefit from the lights of Neres Chanukah, you go close, you want to read, so you have to get close to the lights and you read close to the candles. It's obvious you're benefiting directly. You want to count money and you want to see the denomination of the coin, you put your hand with the coins by the light, so it's clear you're directly benefiting from the light. But let's say you're at a distance. And wherever it is, and it's not obvious you benefit from the light, you're permitted. So if you happen to be in a room where the room's illuminated and you're eating, so good, you're not eating in the dark. You don't have to go out of the room to eat elsewhere. That's not considered benefiting from the lights, he says. Then you use it for Chanukah lights, because factually you won't be sitting in the dark. So Mishna Berura asked, the Chofetz Chaim asked, but factually you're not permitted to benefit from the light. You have it. We're on 293 on the bottom. Mishna Berura. Havi kishas sakona, the Israel. He says the Gemara is speaking when they would light outside. So if you used it for Hanukkah lights, then you were in the dark in the house. But today the minhag is that we light inside. So if you light Hanukkah lights in the house, so the room factually is illuminated to some degree because of Hanukkah lights. So therefore you won't be eating in the dark. Wait, so yes, he's asking a question, but you're not permitted to benefit from the Hanukkah lights. That's his question. Chofetz Chaim. Okay, so we're holding in the middle of the answer. He says, right on the first side of the page. List. Although you're not permitted to use the light, harvei kishas sakona di Yisrael simtom feishal sifei the manich al shulchano. The Gemara says that at a time where it was a question of danger, where the non-Jews, they decreed that you're not permitted to light lights outside. So it says you light it on your table. But if it's on your table, you're eating on your table. So you're benefiting, right? So because since you're not putting it there to benefit, although it happens to be there, and you are benefiting, that's not called benefiting. Benefiting is you're putting there specifically to benefit from it. But if it happens to be there and the room is illuminated, that's not considered benefiting. Because the whole idea is because you're detracting, by using it, you're detracting from the Persumi Nisa. That's the whole understanding. Why aren't you permitted to use the light of the Hanukkah candles? The reason is because if the whole value is Persumi Nisa, and people would attribute it to illumination, so that detracts from publicizing the miracle, right? But over here, if we all light inside, people say, why do you light inside? To illuminate the house? No, because that's where we light. Therefore, that's not considered a detraction from the Persumi Nisa. That's the rationale. Avrova Achronim Hiskimu, but he says the majority of late authorities, they all concur, they lechali bezeh beim zman hazeh b'zmanenu, Gemara. That factually, that today, although we light inside, if you have only enough for 1 candle, and it's a question of Hanukkah candles or Shabbos candles, you buy the Hanukkah. Why? Because factually, when you light the candles for Hanukkah, for Shabbos, there you could directly benefit. It's a different level of benefit. Sholem Bayis is not at a minimal level where you just happen to be a beneficiary of the light. You're lighting that you could directly benefit in a significant way from that light. Here, it's with a limitation. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah. Hanukkah lights, you light Hanukkah, you can't directly benefit. It only because you happen to be in the same room. The room is not. You're in an illuminated location. But when you light for Neresh Shabbos, there you directly could benefit from that light. So it's a different level of benefit. No. It's to light a candle for illumination. The two is only because Zachav Shomer, not because you should have more illumination. So what if a person could afford 15 candles? You light 15 candles for Neresh Shabbos. It's a minhag. 2 candles is minhag. That's Zachav Shomer. I mean, like we said, some people light per member of the household, right? The different minhag. Most people, when they travel, right, they only light 2. Let's say a person goes away somewhere, they don't light for every member of the family. At home, they light for every member of the family. What do you do at home? That's the main minhag. I know about Sfardim, what they do. Could be Sfardim only light 2. Zochav B'Shomer. I just explained it. Because even though we light the Hanukkah lights inside, you're not permitted directly to benefit from that light, right? So therefore, the Shalom Bayis is being minimized. But let's you light the light specifically for Neresh Shabbos. It was lit specifically to benefit from it. Therefore, you direct. So the benefit is another level of benefit.
I was asking more, without Shalom Bayis, leave the lights on.
In those days, they didn't have lights. You're right. The light was the candle.
That's
right? Today, it's a whole different discussion. Right, today, we have regular lights. There's no question you light the Hanukkah light. In our time, not even a question. Okay? And if you have Sandy, what do you do? Okay? So then we have the Shaila, right? No, if you have 3 candles and you're at the second night and it's Friday night, what do? 2 for Shabbos and 1 for Hanukkah, or 2 for Hanukkah and 1 for Shabbos? Nobody argues. 2 for Hanukkah, 1 for Shabbos. Nobody argues. Now, new discussion. The Gemara says if you only have enough for 1 candle, Shabbos takes precedence over Hanukkah. So some say, but today that we light in the home, you should use it for Hanukkah, because indirectly you could be a beneficiary of that light. He says many argue. What's the reason? Because factually you can't benefit to the same degree as if it was lit specifically for Shabbos. So you're minimizing on what? On the Shabbos candle, on the Shalom Bayis. No, you only have 1 candle. 1 candle. Then use it only for Shabbos, and that's what the Gemara says. The Gemara doesn't differentiate whether it's you're lighting outside, you're lighting inside. It's all the same. How are you passing over a mitzvah? It's not a mitzvah. Both mitzvahs are simultaneous. What are you talking about? Friday you have to light Hanukkah. No, Friday. It's a different question, because that's because you Makabel Shabbos. That's a whole different concept. The obligation right now is I have 2 obligations. Light Hanukkah lights and light. Firstly, if you're a man, you can do whichever one you. Then it's a question of Todi. Because that's Kabbalah Shabbos. But the obligation is the same obligation. I have 2 simultaneous obligations. I have to light Hanukkah lights. I have to light Shabbos lights. And so the question is, and I only have enough for 1. Which one do you do? That's our question. They're contradictory. You're not permitted to benefit. Shabbos means to benefit from it. It's a whole different reality of what it is. You have 1 candle. So is it for illumination or is it to publicize the miracle? Can't be both. We have no Shabbos here. We told me you only have 1 candle. That's what we have. We had earlier, even when you have a Shabbos, directly to go up to the candles and benefit, you can't benefit from the candles. Okay, that's the Gemara, right? Gemara says even a Doraisa. Kiddush is Doraisa. Ner Chanukah takes precedence, Ner Shabbos takes precedence over Kiddush. Ve'elo Ner Chanukah uliyayin. Mechaber said, he's quoting the Gemara, he has enough for Shabbos candles, but he doesn't have enough for Ner Chanukah and Yayin LaKiddush. So which one goes? Shabbos is always the overriding factor. Now he has enough, he's either to purchase the candle or wine for Kiddush. Ma'ir Yesh Lo Pas. Okay, he has bread. The Ein Lo Pas, because we have no bread, Can K'nis Pas Docha Afilu Ner Shel Shabbos. Here? This is Chiddush. He has enough money for Shabbos candles and for bread. If he has Shabbos candles, he has no bread. The whole idea of Shalom Bayis is you shouldn't eat in the dark. So if you're not eating, it really makes no difference, you know. B'kolshkim ner Chanukah v'kiddush hayom, ayin lev simrei somer gimel sivkot Mishna Berura Chanukah Hashem. Okay, factually turns out if you have pas, you're going to say Kiddush. It's only rabbinically, it's a more optimum way to say Kiddush on a cup of wine rather than on Lechem Mishnah. Yiknel ner Chanukah haynu ner echod v'amosle en Kiddush. Again, he's going back to that same thing. You use the money to buy one candle for ner Chanukah, and whatever you have left, you buy wine for Kiddush. Should presuming Nisa. Why does ner Chanukah take precedence over wine for Kiddush? Because Kiddush you're able to say over on the bread. Kiddush al yain hu rak midrabanon. The Torah yotze b'schiras dvorim malma. I mean, there's a whole discussion, right? When you say veichudu in Shemon Esrei, Friday night you yotze Kiddush with that alone. Kodem liyan lavdola. Then the Rambam speaks about what about ner Chanukah and you don't have enough wine for Havdalah, and you don't have Chamar Medina, right? You don't have some other beverage that you ever say Havdalah on. In this question, Yosef Mikam Dir Tzorch Lomak Le'el Simin. Same idea. Shalom, exactly. Shalom Bayis. Illumination, correct. No difference. Exactly. It's for the family to pursue Nisa. I mean, La'alocha, no. That we light inside, are you permitted to benefit from the Hanukkah lights? You're not permitted. Right? So you see, right? Because it's pursuing Nisa. But I'm showing you, you're not permitted to benefit wherever you light, inside or outside. But it's the same thing. It's pursuing Nisa.